What's up, Punters Pod listeners? You can listen to us every Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or even watch us on YouTube. Now, let's get into the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Punters Pod.
What a time to be alive. We are up and away and have plenty to say. Jezza, how are you, my friend?
I thought you were going to say, Jezza, how was your day? That would have been nice.
How was your day?
And I would have said, not good.
Mine was fucking horrible as well. Jesus.
That's why, because I've had to be around you all day and your shitty self was smooth. Come on, get it out of the way, straight away, off the bat.
Minnesota lost today, man. Last week, I came into this podcast. We were 2-0 up. Life was so good. I was having a speech about how I went through so many years of 5-win seasons and we're finally good. I was booking in my finals tickets. I was thinking, who are we going to verse, Boston or New York? And now we're going to lose this series to Denver.
Okay, now, I have been nice to you all day, yes?
Yeah, you've been all right.
Correct? No, come on. In all honesty, I've been supporting Minnesota. I've been nice to you.
Oh, well, you were supporting your bets, which pissed me off. No. Let me say this. When you have a bet on players from my team under, and these players are scoring, my team's down by 10, and I want my team to win, so these players are scoring, I'm happy, and you're going, fuck, because Nikhil Alexander-Walker made a 3.
Because Nikhil Alexander-Walker somehow got promoted to a starter because Mike Conley came out.
That's exactly how, not somehow.
Well, it's fucking bullshit. Anyway, that's not what I was going to say. I've been supportive of you. I've been...
Slightly.
I'm going to take a bit of a different thing here. Now, your team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, were up 2-0.
We were.
Away.
Correct.
Away.
Against the defending champions.
Okay, yeah.
Reigning 3-time MVP.
Completely agree. But away. Is that not the best position in any sports playoffs that you can find yourself in?
85% of teams have won from that position.
85% of teams have won. Winning 2 games away, you go on, you end up losing the 2 home games.
Let me say something, man. Like, you don't understand. Being a Minnesota sports fan.
No, don't go on this tangent.
This is what happens.
No, you can't do that though.
This is what happens.
No, you can't.
It does.
No, because this isn't, like, you aren't shitty Minnesota from 5 years ago.
Bro, we're still in Minnesota. That's what happens.
I'm sorry, after game 2, you were telling me, who do you reckon's the better matchup? Dallas or OKC?
I agree.
Then, once we get through Dallas and OKC, who's better, New York or Boston?
Shoot me for being excited for once.
I told you that the series wasn't over.
You were right, and you know what?
Hey, the series still isn't over. The series is not over. It's not over.
Shoot me for having some joy for the first time in 21 years of supporting this team.
No, shut the fuck up. That's another lie too. 21 years of supporting the team.
As soon as I was able to fucking support an NBA team, I chose Minnesota.
No, did you just become able at fucking 15 years old?
15?
Oh, come on.
What are you saying?
Oh, come on.
I reckon I was in grade 5.
No, you weren't.
Hell.
You did not watch a basketball game in grade 5.
That's the first time I vouched my support to Minnesota.
In grade 5.
Bro, anyway.
How old are you in grade 5? What, 10?
10, yeah. I think I was 10 when I started supporting Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I can't believe you can't see that. Of course I'm going to be happy. Like, I've sat through... You know me, like, this was I was trying to explain to you at work the other day. You know how many times I've butted up for a season, like, fucking been at school, watching a Minnesota game during my fucking math class, knowing this season we're probably going to win 4 games total. Of course I was going to be excited and revved up that we 2-0 up on the defending champions away. I was just so happy, and now... Fuck, I had a bad day, man. I had a bad day.
That's why, boys, in sport, you never get too far ahead of yourselves. So, Essendon supporters, keep that in mind.
Whoa,
do not get too far ahead. No,
all.
Listen, I'm a big Essendon fan this year, but do not get too far ahead of yourself. Let's get into the footy.
Actually, no.
Here we go. Stop me again.
This is like the easiest one we've had, all right?
No, it's not fucking easy.
Who is behind my head? Describe him to the people. What team does he play for?
Ethnic. What's he look like? Gold Coast Suns.
What do you mean ethnic?
He's a Wog, yeah.
Not Wog, no.
He's not?
No. A part of Asia, I'd say.
Oh, so, yeah.
Indian, maybe. Yeah.
Indian?
Who's he play for?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Does he still play?
I don't know. Can't tell you that.
No, what do you mean you can't tell me?
The clue I'll give you is this
isn't a fun game if you can't tell me.
This is when he was a lot younger, and his first name starts with the letter T. Do you want to have a guess?
No.
You don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue.
That is Tuke Miller.
It's not Tuke
No, I'm
Miller.
joking. It's Tom Nichols.
I was going to say, it's not Tuke Miller.
It's Tom Nichols. I was really hoping you'd say Tuke Miller, but some of the people know who Tom Nichols is.
He looks a bit Italian or Greek or something like that.
I think he's Indian descent, but yeah.
Beautiful.
20 words or less?
Just the visual game that all the podcast
Oh,
listeners
we
love.
do it every week, and I get a lot of good feedback about it. So, anyway.
20 words or less. You start us off. Carlton versus Melbourne.
Blues D's. Petrarca cooked and tried to mount a mighty comeback for the D's. The Blues held that off, started the game with ease. Came at the blocks, absolutely unstoppable Carlton. It nearly all crashed down, but they held on.
Got to give Carlton props for their first quarter, but fuck me, that was close in the end. Still not super impressed by either team. There was a bit of debate on Talkback Radio, SEN, after the game, obviously, because I don't mind listening to Kane and Kingy on a Friday morning. So I was listening to them, and there was quite a bit of talk about who feels better coming out of that game. Obviously, Carlton are going to
get the 4 points.
Listen, obviously they're going to feel better, but win aside, morally, and about your game style, who feels better?
I think Carlton still. How you can start a game against probably everyone ordains Melbourne the best defense in the comp, and you can start a game that dominant with that scoring, that heavy scoring that they were producing. You got to be pretty happy as a Carlton fan.
Yeah, you do, but are you happy that you what was that, a point in the end?
Oh, look, to be honest, I've been hearing a lot of carry on from Carlton fans in the same breath. I've been hearing a lot of carry on that who's going to stop us, blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end of the day, it wasn't like if I was a Carlton fan, I'd be very happy to escape the win, be very happy with the start of the game, but it's not a game that would give me confidence for a premiership by any means, yeah.
These wins, and massive hypocrite moment here, because Collingwood did this in 2022.
But Collingwood weren't holding on. We were coming from behind.
That is my point. Carlton, in all of these games where they've won by a small margin, they have held on. So they have built up a big lead, and then the other team is chasing them down, and they almost lose every single time, yeah. So they've held on.
To be fair to Carlton, there's an art of holding on. They're doing well to hold on. That's an art. It is.
If that game goes 2 extra minutes, Melbourne win.
If the umpires... Look, this is my biggest issue with umpires. Like, I'm not saying umpires won Carlton the game by any means. And the result happened, happy days. Carlton won the game fair and square. But the umpiring in the AFL in general, where is the consistency? Like, how can 1 week ago against Collingwood always do the exact same thing, get a free kick for, and then the week after, Kemp does the exact same thing, dives his head into the ground like always did, and no free kick at all.
No, it was a free kick.
To Kemp?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I fucked that up.
You're cooked.
I fucked it up, exactly. So how does always 1 week do the exact same thing?
Both of them got the freeze.
Oh, so
we're
it is
doing
consistent.
the same thing.
Well, I fucked it up then. Yeah.
No, it's consistent in that fact.
Consistently
But then
bad,
it's consistently bad in that facet. But what is not consistent is every other decision. And what is not consistent is how in that case was that a dangerous tackle? Like, a dangerous tackle, in my mind, is the sling, is the ripping someone to the ground. That was perfect
form.
It was Van Rooyen,
Van Rooyen.
Chases him down, like his arms slide down his body. It's like I don't know how else you meant to tackle.
Well, my biggest gripe with AFL umpiring at the moment, not consistency, clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
But my biggest gripe with umpiring at the moment is incorrect disposal is non-existent. It's dead. Like, where has it gone? How many times in every single game last weekend and for the next 20 weeks, I'll assure you it will happen every time, a player can drop the ball these days. That's not a rule anymore. The AFL must have secretly had a meeting, secretly told the umpires and not told anybody else. Rule change, no more incorrect disposal. You can drop the ball as much as you like or not get rid of it. As long as you didn't have prior, it's fine to drop the ball.
You're wrong.
How?
You know why you're wrong there? Because
I'm exactly right.
You just said for the next 20 weeks, we're not going to see another hold on the ball. I bet you any money this week, they'll be hot on it.
Not for incorrect disposal.
I'm telling you right now, they will. They will, because there's been a lot of talk about it this week.
Not incorrect
and
disposal.
this is what the AFL do. As soon as the topic becomes hot, as soon as everyone starts talking about something, they don't announce it publicly or anything like that. But slowly, you'll see the numbers start to rise of paying hold in the ball.
But you're thinking of a different thing. They'll be holding the ball for something like Van Rooyen's, where he had prior, he didn't get rid of it. But how many times when I play the rule? There's a rule in the AFL, but like no one would even fucking notice it anymore. There's a rule where even if you had no prior, you still can't just drop the ball. That's incorrect disposal.
Yeah, obviously.
And time again, it happens 20 times a game, and no calls are paid.
The one that pisses me off the most is the rules are that if you take on the tackler, if you try to fend off, if you get spun around in a 360,
That's prior opportunity. It's different to what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that still doesn't get paid. So what the fuck are we doing?
It gets paid. It gets paid.
What are you talking about?
It does get paid, not consistently. It does. But I'm telling you, Jay, listen, incorrect disposal never gets paid. That prior opportunity does get paid from time to time. It does.
Fair enough. Geelong versus Port.
Oh.
Have Geelong fooled us? How the fuck did Port pull that off? Tagging Tom Stewart is going to be the latest trend.
Who was on him?
They put heaps of players, but mainly Jed McEntee, just fucking getting into him, niggling him. They had to fucking switch him into the midfield. Tom Stewart just had not his normal effect on the game, obviously.
Port came down to Geelong and shocked the world Friday night. Cats fans will be burning. Was the no advantage call right? What do you reckon?
No, it wasn't right. That's another bullshit, inconsistent rule where sometimes if the feels like it, they'll pay it. Sometimes if they don't feel like it, they don't pay it. In a situation like that, fucking pay it. Like, why do you not pay it in a situation like that? The game's on the line. What was the margin going to be then? Like 1 point or something?
1 point.
It would have been 1 point margin. Like, I don't know why you don't pay it.
Fuck, but very stiff there because I thought 100% Cameron scores that goal, Geelong are winning that game. Just the momentum was in their favour. Doesn't get paid. Port have a massive win. To be fair, Port definitely deserve that win. They played better all night. And, yeah.
Similar to the Carlton game, though. Like, if you're going to let a team have a 30, 40-point momentum swing, do you deserve the win? Like,
Port's performance was very good.
Of course, yeah, of course.
No one gave Port a chance as well.
Yeah, I guess. Freo versus the Swans. Never do Friday doubleheaders again. Freo's last chance to show us if they were going to compete, and I've fully given up on them.
Freo, as always, so hard to read. Swans are the real deal, winning their games in fantastic fashion indeed. They look good, the Swans. And last week, I came on like a dickhead and said, I don't know if I'm sold on the Swans. I'm very sold. But this week, they'll probably fucking go and lose on Friday night.
I don't have much else to say about that game.
I was going to say, you said the doubleheader Friday.
It's disgusting.
Why the fuck are there no Thursdays? Why? Why are there no Thursdays in the second half of the year?
I can't understand it.
I love Thursdays.
I love it.
Shortens the week.
Makes the weekend so short. The weekend longer. Makes your week shorter. You've got something to look forward to the whole fucking week. And this excuse that they're handing out that winter's coming and people aren't going to rock up to the footy in winter. Like, you don't get a massive crowd at Thursday night footy anyway.
No, well, they've actually been getting the exact same as Friday night. Exact same.
On average.
Yeah, 50,000 each.
Really?
Yeah, exact same.
So that proves the point even more to keep Thursday night footy.
And you know what it fucks up now as well? Now everyone is going to start complaining that, there's too many Sunday games and the Sunday games are going too late. Because now it just pushes everything back and you're going to have more overlap time slots. Fuck, just keep the Thursdays, man. Keep the Thursdays.
I don't know why they would ever do that. Hawks versus Saints. Ross Lyon is the biggest fraud of all time. Doc Rivers of the AFL without a premiership. Disgustingly overrated. Never criticised because of his mates in the media.
Hawks pull off another upset. Multiple in round 9. Ross with more excuses. Playing Caminiti is the clear sign.
I don't get how he doesn't get a game.
Bro, Max
What
King.
is Jack Hayes doing to keep him out of the side?
Did he even play last week yet?
Yeah, he did for a half and got subbed out.
Injured, yeah.
No, he subbed out at half
tactical?
time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Tell me, Max King, why can't do anything? He's hopeless.
I said last week he's one of the most overrated players in the comp. These tall forwards that are built up to be fucking gods.
And then you got Caminiti scoring 3 goals and 5 points in the VFL. Like, come on, bro.
8 scoring opportunities.
What did
King score? 1 goal?
I'll check. But But surely Caminiti gets a game, bro.
He has to.
I can't believe it.
Ross, make a statement. Drop King. I'm not fucking around. Start of the year, I said that Caminiti was the best forward.
I actually
St
laughed
Kilda.
at that. I thought you were just taking the piss. But
He dead set
he
is.
literally is better.
He's literally the best forward at St Kilda.
I actually cannot stand King anymore because exactly what you say. He's just like so overrated. Oh, he scored 2 goals too. But still, if you're not fucking beating Hawthorn, what are you doing?
2 goals to on who? Sicily didn't play.
Yeah, exactly.
On Scrimshaw, Weddle, and fucking Frost. Yeah, good job, King. You fucking sick cunt.
Oh, what a game, yeah.
Essendon versus GWS. The
Flag
fucking Bombers. Genuine win. Cannot fault it at all. Have they arrived, or is this just early season luck?
Did somebody say flag dons? Can they win a final? All I know for now is they have definitely turned up the dial. They
Big
look good,
win.
man.
Big win.
They look good, and I was like, fuck, maybe they're up and about this year. Maybe we'll see the Bombers fly up. But do you like that one?
Yeah, so good.
Do you like it or not?
Yeah, it was really
good.
Yeah.
But then I heard something today that this time last year, no, during the bye week last year, the middle of the season, they were like top 3.
Yeah.
So how the fuck did that crash down?
I don't know, but
And now I think they've got the hardest draw for the rest
hardest
of the
or
season.
easiest?
Hardest.
Really?
Let me pull it up. Fox Footy posted a graphic,
Strength of schedule.
and Essendon have the hardest run home. So
Surely they make it
if
this year.
if Essendon another year, if it comes out another year where Essendon crashed down after a strong first half of the season, I reckon every Essendon fan should boycott the club.
Nah.
There's no chance you can fuck this up now.
They're playing great. Like, honestly, you got to give them all the props in the world. They got North coming up this week. Do they have another easy layup the week after, I'm pretty sure.
But what percentage chance do you give Essendon to play finals this year? Give me a percentage.
I want to say, you got to say 65 at this
But
point.
if they've got the hardest run home,
Yeah, I know, but I don't see them as the frauds that I did this year.
no, I rate Essendon, but it's Essendon, man, so you never know.
I've stuck with listen, this is my ride with Essendon this year. I had stuck with them at the start of the season when they had beat St Kilda. They had another really good performance. And then I tipped them against Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. I just tipped them at the line,
same,
26
and they got
points.
destroyed.
They got thumped. I went off them. And then I went off them for the next 2 weeks. They won, and they haven't lost since that Port game, I'm pretty sure.
Like, to be honest, say they make finals. They've never won a final. Fuck that, whatever. Do you actually see them winning a final this year? Do you reckon that they're that good?
Oh, if they finish top 4, then yeah,
say
probably.
they finish like 5th to 8th.
Oh,
say
probably not then.
Seriously, you can't see them winning a final.
Because everyone's saying it, but this year, a lot of the good teams have started off slow. Brisbane, Collingwood, this and that. Most likely, one of these very good teams are going to be in the bottom part of the 8.
Fair enough. Next game. Tigs Dogs.
Tigs Dogs.
Oh, here we
Wow,
go.
what a surprise. I'm so dumb for taking Richmond at the line. This had Dogs smashing written all over it. Good job, Dogs. Bevo safe for another week. Every single fucking time. This isn't 20 words, by the way. Every single fucking time that Bulldogs get smashed in the media, they got a layup game the game after. And of course, they go to town on the team. Whatever. Good job. Congrats.
It is crazy how every single... You're right. You're exactly right. Every time they're in jeopardy and Bevo's under the world's pressure, they smash an easy team. The fixture just blesses them every time to get an easy team. They smash him. And then the AFL world forgets about that. And for 4 weeks, Bevo's stress-free, like no pressure. But anyway, Dogs do what was always expected, smash a bad side. Jezza was tripping after that tip of plus 18.5 for the Tigers. He should hide.
Gold Coast versus North Melbourne.
Fuck, what
Did
bad
not
Saturdays.
consume or watch a single second of this. I'm glad I didn't. Gold Coast loved playing in Darwin, though.
Topped off 2 horrible Saturday night games over in Gold Coast. Let's see this week if them or the Eagles get sprayed the most.
Don't care about it. Collingwood West Coast, surprisingly convincing win. Joe Richards, Jesus Christ, I'm in love. West Coast shafted without Yo and Waterman. Without those two, they've got zero chance in any game.
Pies injuries were nothing to worry about with a nice win away at Marvel. Eagles are bleak, but at least Harley was more than okay. Like, even though everyone fucking just wants to say, oh, Harley versus Nick. Harley was good. Nick was great. Let him be.
Adelaide versus Brisbane, final game of the round. Adelaide lost this game. I don't care what anyone says. With the amount of injuries Lions had at home, this should have been an easy dub.
Second draw of the year. What a great game. No winner decided. Lions season still not able to take off fully. What a shame.
I don't know. That game, for me, even though Adelaide did have that mini comeback in the fourth quarter and came back from down 3 goals and ended up coming in front, I think, actually.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, you should have won that game. I had a big 4-unit play on Adelaide, ended up getting refunded because of the draw. But
So that's why they should have won, because you punted on it?
no. I did the 4-unit play just due to the fact that they should have won this game.
They should have. I took them 25 plus. I thought they was going to get it done pretty
Insane
easy.
how they didn't with the amount of injuries at home. Like this puts
hard to
a
read.
question. Yeah, it
They're
puts
hard to
another
read.
question mark on them for me.
And this week they'll probably come out and fucking destroy Collingwood, but we'll see.
We're gonna take a
No,
little.
we're not. Doink reports, man.
Oh shit! Go ahead. Sorry.
Big week on the doinks. Guess how many?
I know it was big this week because you were like 25.
27 doinks.
Fuck me.
Biggest doink count of 2024. Guess how many games with 0 doinks?
0.
No games did not have a doink. And the most doinks goes to...
Richmond Dogs.
Think about it.
Richmond Dogs.
Nah, conditions.
Darwin won.
Darwin game. Suns versus North. 6 doinks.
Fucking me.
5 to the Suns.
Really?
The Suns were doinking all over the place. Throw it to the break now.
We're going to take a little break
There we
and
go.
then get right back to you with all the rest of the footy. Punters Pod listeners, this show is brought to you by ChaseBet.
Gather your mates and be a part of every AFL game this season with ChaseBet.
Because ChaseBet is Australia's most comprehensive betting experience with the best odds and daily promotions on all sports and racing.
Plus, the most innovative and exciting markets.
Visit the link available on all the Punters Pod social media bios and sign up to ChaseBet today.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. We back like we never left. Jezza, what are you bringing to the table?
All right, boys, a bit topical here. And I know this topic has been done to death, but I have never heard this scenario, so I'm going to give it to you. Obviously, Sunday night, we had the draw, Brisbane-Adelaide. Lackluster, like... After
Empty.
it happens, empty
Empty.
feeling. Yes, we've heard this, blah, blah, blah. But I've fixed the draw situation. Nobody likes it unless you're 50 years old and you love tradition and, oh, this is how we've done it for 100 years, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like my idea keeps maximum excitement, maximum fairness, and is the best way to go about a draw.
Yeah, 100%.
So instead of the extra time where teams can be more strategic, they can defend. If they kick a point or a goal, they can hold on to the win and play boring kick around the back
And
footy.
you know what happens? In that situation as well, extra time, 10 minutes, whatever. If a team scores 3 goals, then there's no like real... It just kills the game. It just kills all in like hype.
That for me, I worry about if that ever happens where it's just the extra time factor. I worry about a team kicking a point or a goal and then just chipping it around the back.
Yeah,
And because
boring.
that's the worst shit that can happen in footy. So instead of extra time and instead of golden goal where it'll be over fucking instantly because teams will just bomb it forward and whatever, if an AFL match ends in a draw, the final siren goes, there's a 10-minute break. Teams can congregate, talk it over for that 10 minutes. They have a little break and then bang. First team to 8 points wins. No time limit, hard hits, tough contests, absolute desperation for the ball, for the man, for everything. This will be the greatest footy you will ever watch. And since it's 8 points, you can be super strategic with it. You can kick points, goals, whatever. It's not going to be over straight away like it would be if it's a golden goal or golden point, because if it's golden goal, that could be over in fucking 30 seconds. 8 points gives you a nice little buffer. Imagine one of the teams scores a goal, the other team scores a goal, the other
Next
team
goal
scores
wins.
a point,
Yeah,
and then it's
exactly.
just booting the ball. It's like, it'd be fucking insane. It'd be chaos. It'd be the best footy you'd ever watch.
It'd be like the last 5 minutes of the Carlton-Melbourne game for the whole extra time
it's
period.
just like, that is the best footy. When it's a close game, like those last minutes left, this is no time limit. This is a fucking death match. I couldn't imagine a better spectacle than that.
I love
And
that.
I can't understand why they don't do it. And Andrew Dillon, like, he was meant to be the progressive fucking, I'm bringing footy into the 21st century, whatever. And he's straight away called it off like, no, we're going to keep the draw.
No.
Who the fuck likes the draw?
Nobody. You're exactly right. It's old heads who would like to say, oh, it's the war of attrition and best team wins and those 2 points might be handy. Fuck those 2 points.
This would be the most exciting
Bro,
footy you could ever watch.
As
Because
I always say, AFL is entertainment and everybody wants to be entertained with a result. Even if my team loses, I'd rather that than it to be like, oh, at least we drew. Like, that's bullshit. I want a result.
100%. Like,
Nah, I love that.
I can't see how, like you said, the end of the Carlton Melbourne game where it's a goal, there's a goal in it, and everyone's just going full pelt, and the ball's going to fling around everywhere, and someone from a stoppage just like a Melbourne player boots it forward, and then McGovern takes a mark, and then he has to find a way back. And this is even more than that because the players aren't going to want to be slow. They aren't going to try kick it backwards. They're going to be going full pelt to try get the 8 points.
I love it. I really, really, really love that idea. It'll never happen, but 8 points is a lot better than a goal as well.
Much better, yeah. That's why I said 8 points.
That's good. The 8 points is grouse. I like it.
You're to the table.
Mine to the table. We had a little rant last week about how we don't rate AFL commentary these days, and there's a lot of comments on that TikTok saying how everybody hates certain commentators. So these are our top 5 worst AFL commentators in 2024. Number 5, special comments bloke, but all he does is say the most generic NPC statements I've ever heard in my life. Joel Selwood.
It's the worst addition to the 7-footy team.
Or he has to be the most boring person ever, like when he commentates. No emotion, no nothing. And he just says, like, oh, so Joel, what do you reckon about how fucking Paddy Cripps is playing this quarter? Yeah, he's just so hard at the ball.
Playing on him my last few years in the league, it was just a really tough matchup to come up against every time. And it's just like, and I know he's new and this might be a bit harsh. The most generic
shit, man.
It might be a bit harsh because he's new, but even everyone else around him, like, you can tell they like try get around him and they're like, oh, great insight from Premiership captain Joel Selwood. Like, all right, man.
Number 4, you either love this bloke or you hate him. I don't like him. Dwayne Russell.
Hate.
I feel like a lot of people like him.
Who likes Dwayne Russell?
There's a bit of a Dwayne Russell.
Nobody likes Dwayne Russell.
But I reckon he's so shit. He doesn't even do anything specific that I don't like. But I just can't stand him. I'm sorry, Dwayne, but I don't like your commentary.
Yeah, not the biggest fan.
Number 3, Alistair Nicholson.
A lot of people like him too.
I don't like him at all. I reckon he's just like, I don't know. There's no reason I don't like these blokes' commentary, but for some reason he just doesn't do it for me.
I feel like he tries to suck up to BT a bit too much.
He just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is, but Alistair Nicholson doesn't cut the mustard.
I don't know. Every time I hear him, I feel like he's always trying to get like BT stamp of approval. So it was like, wow, that was a great goal. Wasn't it, Brian?
But for me, he is like a VFL commentator commentating AFL. When I listen to him, I feel like he should be in the VFL.
Is it commentating?
Commentating, yeah.
Is that a word?
Of course it is.
All right, commentating.
Number 2. All this bloke does is talk about himself. Dermot Brereton. It'll be a fucking Geelong West Coast game, and it'll be like, oh, I remember back in 1989 grand final when I was versing Geelong and this happened. Derm. No one fucking cares. Talk about the game and what's happening in the game. Stop talking about yourself.
He's a bit of a fucking fairy too. He just drifts off sometimes and just starts talking
Rants,
about something like,
tangents,
tangent.
And you'll never guess who's number 1. Number 1, Miss Callie Underwood. Don't even have to say anything. Everyone knows she's horrible. Fox persists with her every year. Callie Underwood is our worst AFL commentator in 2024.
Cops a bad rap, Callie Underwood.
You reckon she's good?
No, she's not good, but
she probably cops it a bit too much.
You know what? Do you reckon that she's putting it on a bit?
Oh, probably.
No, I'm saying, do you reckon she says the dumb shit just to like, because she knows that's her like shtick?
I'll tell you what I think sometimes. There's no way. Like, I've been seeing clips for like this whole season. Every time it's like a 300 gamer, she always says 300,000.
Yeah, no, I know.
I feel like she puts that on because every single time with the numbers, she always adds an extra 0. Like, I feel like she does that on purpose.
Or when she's like she's mentioning someone and she's like, oh, she said something the other day.
He got drafted in
2007.
Yeah. It's 2017. But like, she's always, bro, with the numbers, she's hopeless.
Nah, she's got to be putting it on 100%. I reckon she's like born into like the meme of it now.
I fucking hope so because that'd be good on her, to be honest.
I reckon she has.
Betting.
Now, boys, like I mentioned to you last week, punt.ai, it's a group of Australia's best punters. There's a whole big group of us in this one group together giving you our premium tips. We had a fucking awesome week. I can't lie to you. I think it was a plus 15.8 unit week. That is, if you are figures based on $100 unit punter, that is 1.5k in the week. Ooh. Some of the big wins from the week we had, as I pull them up, On the NBA, Pascal Siakam over OG Anunoby 2+3s. We had Christian Petrarca under disposals, under 25.5 that was. We had a nice multi on the Melbourne versus Carlton game. Wiedering 15, sorry. Gorn 15, Kazai pick at any time. We had more on the footy. Jake Rogers, anytime goal scorer at $1.75. Ed Richards over disposals, 20.5. We had 2 units on that at $1.80. 2 units on Bailey Dale over 27.5. Hits that easy as well.
Bailey Dale just gets him.
Had a sweep on the Collingwood versus West Coast game, which was Braden Maynard over 17.5 disposals at $1.97.
What made you do that?
I forgot who put that one in.
Braz is always hit and miss. Always.
Yeah, always hit and miss, but we end up hitting there. We had Josh Dacos, 23.5 plus disposals.
16 in the last.
16 in the last saves us there. Nick Dacos anytime. Joe Richards anytime. Collingwood head-to-head win. That was a $2 multi. And then we finished the weekend off on the footy with a $2 multi win. Jake Saligo 20, Jared Berry 20, Isaac Rankin anytime goal scorer. Boys, we're absolutely killing it on punt.ai. Get on that, go on Instagram, DM them premium and gain access to their premium tips.
I've had a pretty solid week, like from Sunday to Wednesday to today. $2 double ups. I've been trying to.
You've been going nuts.
I've been trying to get up this little double up challenge for a while, and it started on Sunday night. I put $10 on. No, I lied. I put $35 on a $2.40 multi. Dunkley, Saligo both 20. Crouch 25. Darcy Fogarty a goal. Ends up scoring 4. That hits. The next day I put all that winnings onto the Minnesota game. Mike Conley over 7.5. Anthony Edwards over 28.5. He ends up getting 43. And Karl Anthony Towns 2+ assists. That ends up hitting at $3.10. Next day, put all of those winnings on another NBA bet. Boston-Cleveland game. Jaylen Brown 2 assists. He hits that. Donovan Mitchell gets voided, so that leg's voided. And then Jalen Williams 4+ rebounds. That hits on $2 once again. So then once again, put all that money on today's NBA, which was Rudy Gobert, 10+ rebounds, gets 11. Karl Anthony Towns, 20+ points, gets 23. The count is up to 600 from that day. So we are making inroads on that 10 to 10,000 challenge. Happy days on the Ethan Tips, Punters Palace, on the wins.
Very, very nice.
Hopefully this time next week, we come back and we've completed the 10 to 10,000.
Do you reckon Karl Anthony Towns will be sent to China after his performance this week?
Maybe Rudy Gobert, not Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, ni hao.
Ni hao.
Luke McDonald, start learning Chinese, buddy, because by the end of the season, you have been traded to the Beijing Bombers.
Not much worse from North to Beijing. Not much difference.
Shout out Riley Bowles. He's sent in Luke McDonald for the second week in a row.
He doesn't
Obviously
like him.
A disgruntled North Melbourne fan, but he's sent it in twice. Now, I'm not going to zero in on one game or anything like that. This is more of a whole season thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't pay much attention to North for obvious reasons. But fuck me, man. When you really look at it, Luke McDonald, co-captain, has played 80 games in the past 4 years. Only 10 of those 80 being wins.
Jesus.
A bit of fucking effort, Lukey. Honestly, a bit of heart. Are you the captain because you've been there for the longest? Because it sure as fuck isn't due to your below average 13.5 disposals a game. Lukey, you're off to Beijing. With an all-star team we've constructed there, you will be sure to win more games than you have in your whole time at North Melbourne. Ni hao.
This backline is slowly coming together. Who do we have?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, slowly.
It's so hard to find backmen.
We
though.
might need a few more key defenders. Like last week, we missed the recruitment of Lewis Young. We opted for Zach Williams. We only had salary cap for one of them, but maybe in the future he'll come back into the side.
Fuck, surely Williams played worse than Lewis Young last week.
It was split votes.
This is another thing. How do the Carlton fans like back and forth with Kemp and Young?
Oh, bro, one week Kemp.
Young's the best player ever. The next week Kemp's the best.
And then the next week I hate him, and then fucking circle delusional people.
You got any
free tips? No, I'm right with Nihao.
You got no topics or anything?
Not necessarily, no.
Well, I do. I've got something to bring up. Now, during the week, there's been talk, like obviously everyone knows about the Tasmanian team, correct?
Correct.
But during the week, there has been talk about a group of, I think it's Nathan Buckley, Andrew McLeod, and Andrew Demetrio.
Yep.
They're trying to set up a 20th team. So this is the Darwin team. Now, someone tell me why the fuck the AFL is adding another AFL team. If anything, we need to be getting rid of a team. Seriously. With Tasmania coming in and talks of an additional expansion team to even up the teams to 20 teams, it's going to be fucked. We have 18 teams at the moment, and there are at least 3 games every single weekend where you know what the result is going to be before even watching the game. There's no point in watching that game because you know what the result's going to be. Saturday night, for example, who wants to sit down on the couch and watch either of these 2 games? Richmond getting punished by 91 points, North losing to Gold Coast by 68 points. And it's not like the Gold Coast are like some fucking whiz-bang phenomenal team, and either are the Dogs, but both these teams get punished by 50 plus. Then throw in the Pies beating the Eagles by 66. Those 3 games in a row contribute to a margin of 225 points in those 3 games alone. And what you want to do with these shit teams already in the comp, struggling to find talent, is add 2 more teams, dilute the talent pool even more, just so we can have 5 games a week where you already know the result. Instead of 2 games or 3 games, we have 5 where you already know the result. What the fuck's the point? Like,
it'll probably end up being more, because then if you think about it, all the second-rate players from a team like St Kilda will get distributed between the 2 new clubs come that time, and then that means St Kilda also becomes significantly worse. It's the talent is getting distributed, and there's not enough talent right now to even support the lists that are currently in the AFL.
100%. Like, if you take every year into account, honestly, how many teams do you reckon every year are? You'd say like 5 teams are really in the hunt for a premiership every year, like contenders.
Correct.
I've mentioned the bottom 3 teams, but then you find teams like Hawthorn, not a great talented list. Fucking St Kilda, not a great talented list. Even, like, you're going to probably call me stupid, but even teams like your Freos, who have a lot of players that aren't like the greatest. Like obviously every team's going to have players who aren't fucking all superstars.
No, but I see what you're saying, because when Freo, for example, have like 4 players that have been delisted playing right now. Like, they're playing like a Harry Sharp, Will Brody gets a game.
Jeremy Sharp,
sorry.
But you like, even the teams that we laud as like great list and shit, like the Western Bulldogs, playing Lockie Bramble, playing Oscar Baker, playing all these players who have been delisted from other, Caleb Poulter. And that's a top 4 list.
But listen,
and that's,
my whole point is that even a team like Brisbane right now, who have the depth to cover themselves at the moment, their list of 44 still has like a James Tunstall who can come in and be decent, solid. A Bruce Reveal.
Bro, yeah, no, we're getting like, Bruce Reveal and Logan Morris. Like, what the fuck?
But listen. Now, when that happens, when they get battered with injuries in 12 years' time, when both these new clubs are in the AFL, then these players are not going to be in their list.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They have to be distributed.
And you're going to have to pick up some fucking guy that's kicking around in the VFL who's going to get AFL games. Like,
and he's not to the level.
I can't understand why they would add another team. If anything, I'd be taking away teams.
The level as a whole of the competition drops.
We're going on to ruin the sport, honestly.
But look, maybe it means in future more players will just be ready to be there, but who knows?
But how? Players aren't ready there now. Yeah. North Melbourne players, are any of them ready?
They're all talented. You can't say that. They're all talented. Do you reckon there's anyone in North Melbourne right now that like is not at AFL level?
Big Victorian teams like Collingwood are struggling to get a key forward in.
Yep.
And you think dispersing that talent even further is going to... Like, North Melbourne cannot find a key defender. Essendon have finally found a key defender, Ben Mackay, after trading and trying to look and overpaying. And you think that
there's going to be another 4 key defenders.
Yeah. You think like
join the league,
6'5" key defenders are going to fucking fall out of the sky now. It's bullshit. It's fucking stupid.
It is not great, to be honest. You raise a very good point there. How, I can't disagree.
All right, don't try to get past it. You tried to mention free tips before. Spin the wheel, buddy. You got the lock wrong last week.
Spin the wheel.
Ethan, spin the fucking wheel.
Let me go get it. Fuck.
Ethan, of course, to make his day even worse, he's going to have to spin the wheel. I'm really hoping for the tattoo or haircut.
Can I have a pass today? Because...
No. Tattoo or haircut is like
because Minnesota lost. Can I have a pass?
Are you ready to spin?
Let's go.
Wait, pull it back a bit. I can't see.
I can't see the fuck.
All right, go.
Fuck.
Oh my God, it's tattoo. It's tattoo. Oh. All right, so this is how this is going to work. Fuck, wow, what a bad day. What a fucking bad day. Oh. He's got a tattue.
Fuck now, my life, man.
This is the best plan of attack, I think. We may be going on a holiday in a couple of weeks.
Fuck.
2 a month. Only going to be a short one, so we won't. I don't even think we'll miss an episode. But
Fuck my life, man.
are you willing to get something on your ass?
On my ass?
You're gonna have to.
I'll
Like,
have to. I'll spun the wheel.
unless it's like the top of your thigh or something.
But look, I'm not going to show my ass to the fucking people. How
No, we'll just take a photo of it.
on my ass.
Crop it. You're not going to see our ass.
All right.
Yeah?
I guess I have to. Yeah.
Anyway, you can pick in due time. Boys, send through your recommendation. It can just be something small.
Small has to be something small. I'm not getting a fucking big one. What do you want about?
Anyway, send through your suggestions. Something related to the pod. Something related to Ethan.
Fuck.
I can't. As soon as I looked over, I saw the blue. I go, fuck, blue might be tattoo. What's the other blue?
Tattoo as well.
Gold Coast membership.
Oh, fuck my life. That's bullshit.
All right, so Ethan's day just went from bad to worse. Are we going to get into the free tips?
Let's have a break, man.
We're going to have a break. Ethan needs to bring his thoughts together before we get into the free tips. Hey guys, hope you're all enjoying the show.
Start making risk-free money while sports betting with punterspalace.com.
Register for a free account, go to the settings tab, connect your bank account, start posting your tips, promote them on any social media, and start gaining subscribers. You are able to set your subscription fee to whatever you like.
Or if you want our premium tips on every game of the AFL and NBA seasons, create a free account, subscribe to us at Jezza Picks or Ethan Tips.
Get on it, boys, and start making real cash while sports betting.
Now, back to the show.
We're back. Ethan's still recovering from the news of him getting that tattoo, but
Look,
free tips.
I want to make an announcement first
Alright,
before.
here we
So
go.
no one get on my back. I will get a fucking tattoo, but I'll do it when we are in Thailand because that's where our destination most likely will be. And like, I will fucking get it. So next week, don't expect me to come with a tattoo. It'll come in due course.
Yeah, you can't rush the tattoo. The shave, if it was shaved head, then
Oh
you
yeah,
could've got
obviously
it
it's
instantly.
instantaneous. But yeah, relax. I'll get it, but not right now.
Free tips Thursday night, first game of the round, Gold Coast versus Geelong.
Cats versus Suns.
I may be very, very stupid here, but I give Gold Coast a huge sniff in this game.
Not stupid at all.
Tend to play really well at TIO, 5-0 in their last 5. Plus, they're staying there the week, getting acclimated,
Fuck
And-
off, bro. That's what I had. Exactly what I had.
and will have a good reference on how the ground plays. Geelong, without Jeremy Cameron and Tom Hawkins, means there is really no forward line. Shagger Neal scores a goal, but the Suns...
Who? Wait, who?
Shannon Neal, Shagger
Oh,
Neal.
I thought you said Shagger.
Yeah, that's what they call him.
They call him Shagger.
Shagger.
Shagger Neal.
Yeah,
Like shagging.
yeah.
I never knew.
Shagger Neal will score a goal.
How much is he paying, bro?
I don't know. But the Suns will win this. My free tip is going to be Gold Coast win at $2.12.
You've taken all the words out of my mouth. I had that it's at TIO and they play well there. I've had that there's no Cameron, no Hawkins. I've said that they're staying there the week, which helps them. They know the conditions well. They'll steal this game with the Cats. I'm with you wholeheartedly. Suns win at $2.12. The whole AFL world might be getting trapped into this, but fuck it, I'm going to ride it. And if my 10 to 10,000 challenge is still alive, I might even take that as my fucking double up for that day.
Fucking Shagger Neal, $1.24.
Fuck, they know, bro.
I know, they already know.
Shagger Neal.
Sydney versus Carlton.
Four.
Why do I feel like this game might be Sydney's game to drop?
It's the game of the round by a mile.
Is it?
Will Sydney drop it? I don't know. But I think it should be the best game. I'm looking forward to it.
Sydney coming off a demolition on Freo. Return back home. Should get up here, but the Blues just keep holding on. And I'm worried that this is like one of the games where you called it. I can't deny you called it. A couple of weeks ago when Geelong versus Melbourne, they were 7-0. Oh, no, they weren't. What were they?
Yeah, they were
7-0.
undefeated, yeah.
7-0 undefeated. You said they're due a win. I said that's not a real thing. I think Sydney may be due a loss here, but if it was anywhere else, I would have tipped the Blues purely based off the SCG factor. My free tip is going to be Sydney 1-39 at $2.12.
In my mind, I give the Blues a strong chance to have a massive upset and really prove themselves. So all the doubters, all the naysayers, like the Punters pod. Swans obviously the best side in it at the moment, but could see them slip this game. I don't know why, but even it takes my mind back to last year, this game, exact same game, around the same part of the year, against Carlton at the SCG. Carlton looked really good that day, and Sydney just ended up winning. The lack of key defenders, with especially McCartan being out, to stop Harry and Charlie scares me a lot. I think it's going to be a close game regardless of who wins. My free tip's going to be either team by 15 or less at 271.
It's not a bad tip.
I think it's within 3 goals either way.
Collingwood versus Adelaide. Massive, massive danger game for the Pies. Massive amount of injuries and still got it done, but it was only against the Eagles. $1.28 favourites is unreal for the amount of personnel out, in my opinion.
Are they that heavy favourites?
$1.28. I still don't trust the Crows away from Adelaide Oval, but I do see this one being very, very close. I hate betting against my team, so I'm not going to take the Crows at plus 21.5 when I really should. I will be taking Collingwood 1-39 at $2.03, but if I was anyone else and not a Collingwood supporter, I would probably be taking Crows plus 21.5.
Value.
If you're giving me $1.90 for Crows 21.5 head start with all the injuries that Collingwood have at the moment. And it seems like in these past 2 weeks, they've lost half the side.
And Adelaide playing good footy as well.
I'd be taking that line, but since I'm
Nuffy.
a true Nuffy, I'm going to be taking Collingwood 1-39 at $2.03.
It's a very winnable game for the Crows. They found form, and even with the draw last week, they still looked good. They still played some good footy. That it was at Adelaide Oval though, so depends how much you put weight on that. Pies injuries continue and leave them very inexperienced coming into this side for the 3rd week running. I doubt DeGoey and Mitchell come back, but you get Schultz back, which probably doesn't fucking help too much since it's been pretty average. Being at the MCG is the Pies' saving grace here. If this game was at Marvel, if this game was at Adelaide Oval, game over, Adelaide win. I think the Pies might find a way to get it done at the G. And just like, I know they're favourites, but I think a lot of the money will come in for Adelaide. And I think a lot of the experts will really give Adelaide a strong chance here. My free tip is Pies 1-39 at $2. But would not be shocked one bit if Adelaide come over the top and get that win. Like, because I look at it like this, for interstate clubs, it's always big to get a win early in the season against a big Victorian club at the MCG.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like they all strive for it, and this could be that game for the Crows.
GWS versus the Dogs. Will this be the same old Bulldogs shit again? Will they come out and lose to a team that's better than them? I'm almost certain it will be, but do not let their big wins fool you. This is what the Dogs are best at, smashing a shitty team, making themselves look great just to lose to a team that's better than them. I heard something today that made me want to go against this tip that I've given. My free tip for this game is going to be GWS 1-39 at $2.15. 2 massive outs for GWS this week.
Which are?
Do you know who they are?
No, I don't actually.
Josh Kelly and Lockie Ash.
Really?
Both did calves in their previous game against Essendon.
I didn't even notice.
2 massive outs.
It is.
Now, what are the odds at right now?
Fuck, this makes me really scared now.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Is this your lock?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck, this is his lock.
I might be getting to use that, dude.
They're $1.45 right now, yeah.
Who's favourites? GWS.
GWS.
Fuck.
It is it NG?
NG. I've been there. Nice stadium.
So
Not really. It's actually pretty dog shit.
Yeah. Is it
It's
actually,
fucking horrible.
is that NG Stadium? So, I don't know. It's very hard. I'm going to stick with Giants 1-39, but it will not surprise me in the slightest if this is the Bulldogs' maiden win.
For me, Giants win and win very easily, regardless of those injuries. That I didn't know about until now. I can't believe the hype with the Dogs. They've gotten all the pressure relieved off Bevo after smashing against the Tigers, but I'm not buying it. Biggest flat track blues of all time. Will not be able to tie the shoelaces of the hungry Giants who need a win back at NG Stadium.
Ethan had written won't be able to tie the shoelaces of Josh Kelly and Lockie Ash.
No, I didn't. My free tip, not my lock, will not be my lock.
He's changed it.
Is Giants
It's changed.
minus 19.5 at $1.90. I can't risk getting a tattoo.
That was his lock. Was that your lock?
It was, but I've changed it.
Oh,
So I can't risk getting a tattoo.
Changing it on the run is fucking
No, I don't know what I'm
dangerous.
going to do it now.
Saints versus Freo. This is very tricky. Got to think a bit lateral here. Are Freo bad or are the Swans just really good? I'm going to say that the Swans are really good, plus Freo not being there 100% after one of their teammates sadly passed away a few days earlier. I just think that the Saints are fucking horrible. Ross is a shit coach. They have a bad list. And their best key forward isn't getting a game, Anthony Caminiti.
Hammer.
My free tip is going to be Freo win at $2.10. They are underdogs in this game. Don't ask me how. They're a much better team than St Kilda are. Freo win straight out.
Hard game. No, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, hard game to pick simply because it's
You know
at
who we're
Marvel.
doing?
Yeah, Saints Freo.
Yeah.
Freo have clearly been the better side this year and have looked competitive in every game bar last week and the derby as well. Saints are dreadful, but they really, really need a win. It's a must-win game for the Saints. The pressure is mounting on them and especially Ross. I think Freo are being a tad disrespected with the odds here. I'll simply back the better side because the Saints, regardless of needing the win, haven't proven or shown anything to me. I'm with you fully. Freo win at $2.10. That's my piece.
We're very much on the same page.
We
Yeah.
are.
Brisbane versus Richmond. Poor Richmond. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually feel bad for the Tigers, probably for the first time in my footy fandom.
Yep.
The amount of injuries that this club has copped this year is fucked. I thought having Bolter and Prestia come back would have helped a little. They got a few back and then they just lose a few more straight away. This, unfortunately, will be another bloodbath. Brisbane are one of these teams who will flat track bully and smash a bad team at home. My lock for this week
fuck you. I was going to do
is
this.
going to be Brisbane minus 29.5 at $1.50.
Minus what? 29.5?
Yeah. Has it changed?
Nah. I was actually just looking at that.
Let me suss it because I did do this a few days ago. It may have changed, but that's going to be my lock for the week. I think Brisbane fucking torch them. They tear them a new one.
This might be the easiest pick of the week. Lions are slightly back regardless of injuries. Last week, they looked good against the good side away. I think this is a fill your boots game for all their forwards who have struggled this year. Unfortunately, the Tigs have been bad and injured, and this continued after last week with more injuries mounting. Lions in massive one. My lock of the week is also a Brisbane minus 29.5 at $1.50. Look,
You're
I'm
a fucking cow.
I'm panicking. I'm shitting myself. I'm getting a fucking tattoo in Thailand. I don't want 2 tattoos.
I would have done this next one as my lock if I were you, but
I was
anyway.
trying to do it, but the pick your line's not out yet.
I wouldn't have even gone to pick
Anyway.
one. Essendon versus North Melbourne. Now listen, and by no means am I saying North are better than Essendon, and by no means am I saying that North will win this game, but Essendon have looked a little too good lately. I'm expecting a tiny dip in their form. Now, they definitely won't lose this game, and I really want to pick North at the line plus 47.5, but debating this in my head, going back and forth, can you really trust North Melbourne to cover a line? I don't think so. Then I checked. Essendon have the lowest percentage in the top 13. They, just due to that port smashing, they could have had a better game. They couldn't have had a better game come across the table. Percentage booster. They're going to smash them. My free tip is going to be Essendon 40 plus at $1.55.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Wow, Jez was right before when he was saying that there's just multiple games every week that are just shoe-in smashings.
This week especially, if you look through the
Yeah,
games,
it's
so
a
many bad
shit
games.
week of footy, yeah.
So many bad games.
The Dons have been good. I feel like this will be a party for them, a bit of showtime game. They absolutely annihilate the Roos. I'm feeling an 80-plus point win. The percentage points that you raised was really true. They need to bring up their percentage. I think they'll know that. The line is smaller than what I would have suggested, so that's what I'll take. Dons minus 47.5 at $1.90.
How about this for your fucking Sunday, yeah? How about this for your Sunday? The 3 games are Essendon North, Port Hawthorn, West Coast Melbourne. You want to multi all those three favourites up together. Guess what you get for it?
Under $2.
$1.40.
Yeah, oh, really?
$1.40
Wow.
for 3 favourites in that. And then, you know what? If you want to chuck Brisbane versus Richmond
Yeah,
in there
I'll chuck that
too,
in.
just to make it better,
$1.50.
you get $1.48.
Oh, fuck me.
Disgusting. 4 games.
That's gross.
Favoritism have equated to $1.48.
That is
Fucking
really
terrible.
gross.
Good
The
job,
last 4 of the
AFL.
round.
Add 2 more teams. That'll be good. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it, man.
Port versus Hawks. Port off an extremely impressive win. Hawks 2 on the trot. This may be one of the best games of the round.
Super Sunday. More like Sunday Stinker.
This may be
Do you
better.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
It's like a Sunday Stinker instead of Super Sunday.
Oh, we forgot to do the names of all the games.
What are we calling
What's
this
this?
one?
Who's the cunt that play?
Jarman Impey Cup.
Nah.
It is.
Who was the other one?
Chad Wingard.
Oh, it could be Chad Wingard.
It could be Jarman Impey as well.
Yeah, I'll rather
Who are you
Chad
thinking
Wingard.
of? Stewie Jew.
Yeah, Stewie
Stewie
Jew. That's what I was
Stewie Jew,
thinking
yeah.
of. Stewie
Good.
Jew Cup. And not Gold Coast versus Hawthorn.
What?
And not Gold Coast versus Hawthorn.
Okay, yes.
You get me?
I get you.
You feel?
Could say Gold Coast versus Port as well.
This may be a better game than the odds assume. Weirdly, I'm going to be taking the Hawks in this match. I think 31 points is a little much based off recent form. I don't see Port in the top bracket of teams. They may come into this game. They may come into this game and take it very easy. My free tip is going to be Hawks plus 31.5 at $1.90.
See, plus 30, yeah, I'm going the exact opposite. My free tip is Port minus 30.5 at $1.90. Adelaide Oval, I think it's just going to overwhelm the Hawks. I think Port have found a little bit of a groove, and with a big win last week, they'll not take their foot off the gas. No upset will occur. Port win and win well. I'll take that 5 goals in Port's favour.
You know, this just came up my brain now. You know, the last time Hawthorn played a night game in front of a crowd at the MCG was around 16, 2019.
Oh,
5
really?
years ago.
Fuck me.
They just get fucking day games.
Yeah, because they suck.
At the G every time. That's fucked up.
Who wants to watch Hawthorn, man?
Yeah, true.
Last game.
Hawthorn is just such a Sunday afternoon at the MCG, though.
Yeah,
They
no
just
one
are.
cares. No one cares about the Hawks now.
West Coast versus Melbourne. Melbourne walk this one in. Waterman will be back. Big deal. The D's love to smack a team. Not much else from me here. My free tip for this game is going to be wire to wire. Melbourne lead at every quarter at $1.71. That is great value
I
there.
had that as well. That's my free tip as well. I had Melbourne wire to wire at $1.71.
Yeah. He's shit talker, man.
Hell.
He's shit talker. He's getting real scared of it.
I forgot to do a tip.
The tattoos put him off.
I forgot to do a tip for this game. My apologies. But yeah, I'll take that as well. If anyone's listening, I really do support that. So maybe just Mazza listening. Mazza, take that, mate. Might be stupid, but I give the Eagles a chance to be rather competitive in this game. So that goes against my line. Over in the West, they play good footy.
Like, just take West Coast at your line.
And they can scare home teams. D's will ultimately get it done, but I think the Eagles have a semi-bounce back and more competitive.
Oh, it really
than
sounds
last
like you're
week
taking Melbourne wide away.
away against the Pies. You know what? Let me pick my tip now, Let me pick it.
Look at this guy, man.
Bro, I missed one
First,
game.
he gets the lock wrong, so he has to get a tattoo. Everyone remind him about that.
And Minnesota
Hey,
lost today,
If
bro.
you
Give
just
me a
want,
break.
just send a DM to the Punter Spot Instagram and just write, Ethan, remember you got to get a tattoo. He'll really appreciate that if you just keep fucking
I'll
writing
fucking
it in,
love it.
spamming it.
Please send it, guys. All right, my free tip is officially going to be Melbourne minus 18.5 at $1.50.
And all my tips combined, if you want to get a nice fat juicy multi of all of them combined, it will come out to $345.22.
And all
What?
all of mine will come out to a juicy $457.65.
Fuck yeah, I did that real quick into your multi there.
I just added that last leg, yeah. So cool. Is that all right with you? Fuck this tattoo and fuck Minnesota and fuck my life.
Thank you for listening to another episode.
Never
of
listen again.
Punter
Never
Spot.
listen again.
We appreciate all of you for listening, tuning in. Please go like, comment, share, leave a review.
Message Ethan. I hope you're well after this very horrible day you've had. And I hope that your lock of the week hits and you don't have to get 2 tattoos in Thailand.
Give it my lock of the week.
It's all right. We shared it. Last time we shared a lock of the week, we both got it wrong. So
What was that?
Collingwood Hawthorn.
Really?
Collingwood
Oh, yeah.
Hawthorn, fuck me. So we might be both getting tattoos in Thailand.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll see you next time.
Peace, prosperity, and love. I'm over this shit. Good night.